Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of my MyTeam career mode. So today we're at Cheddar. Let's see, what do we want to do? Pace or awareness? Don't know what this game think is. We got to go pace. You know, Lawson was kind of lacking at Bahrain, so were we, because we crashed, but we'll ignore that. So let's get some activities on. Get some sponsors, and then we'll do aero upgrade. Why not? So, can we upgrade any facilities? We want to go chassis. So we can. Let's go for build time. And can we upgrade? We can upgrade quality control on powertrain, so we'll do that as well, just to get it up to spec 1. See, we can afford a weight redistribution upgrade, but we don't have capacity for it, so it doesn't really help. Alright, so yeah, our wear is. Okay, the gearbox is more worn than the ICE, which is a thing we were worrying about at Bahrain, but may not be so much of a problem anymore. Let's see. Do the upgrades come on? Yes.
Okay, we've had the new parts
So that's an aero upgrade, so let's see if we can afford another one. We can. There you go, here's our chassis and powertrain upgrades. Another chassis upgrades, same thing.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the
There we go then.
for the next race weekend.
We're better than AlphaTauri now, which is a plus. Spec 1 on chassis and powertrain as well. Which means we've unlocked a few more things. Let's go to the race weekend then. Or attempt to. There we go. So if you are looking forward to the race, put your predictions down for qualifying and the race down below in the comments. And we can see how they stack up to the actual results. Just had to crack my neck there. Get into the racing mood. Wait for it to load, and then we'll go to quick practice, get some R&D points, maybe some development boosts on the board. There we go, into the workstation. See if we can get any upgrades on the car for... Oh, I accidentally pressed go to track. Great. Really wanted to do that. Oh well, guess it lets us get a feel of the track, I guess. We'll load the setup up. Load Cheddar. There we go. We will do...
I've had a chat with the R&D team about the new parts and we're happy
we'll do race strategy, why not?
into the car okay. With any luck... Okay, we need a few
bit of lag there.
here to help us calculate a good race.
Nothing too bad though, doesn't create any issues for us. Hopefully we don't have any issues around here like we had at Bahrain, because already don't have any points on the board and I would like to get some. So you can see here where they've reprofiled the track since F122. In my opinion, I don't really like it. I preferred back on F122, and they've raised the curbs, which I also don't like. Right there, bottomed out a bit. Kept within track limits though, so it wasn't too bad. Purple sector 1, not too shabby. Just gonna go. Be a lot more careful on the throttle this weekend. We don't want to repeat of Bahrain, taking out Sainz and then taking ourselves out. So 8 temps up on the delta time, but the delta time isn't that fast, so we should be good. Up sector 2 as well. This looks like a pretty good lap. First lap of the weekend, first lap of this, first lap of the career, first lap around this track in the career though. First in the speed trap, probably because we're like the only one to go through it. Don't know if anyone's actually set a time. Magnussen has, and we go hard, we go faster. That's not too bad, we're faster than the Haas and Magnussen so far. Haas are above us in the R&D charts, so showing that we could potentially fight them like we tried to do in Bahrain. I managed to get some few moves done on the Haas's before I ended up, spoilers, taking myself out. There you go, on that curve again. Leclerc has gone slower than us, but he's on the hard. Stroll in that Aston Martin's gone slower than us on softs. Albon goes ahead of Magnussen. So we're looking alright here, to be fair. Go through this, coming up to DRS zone here. Go, enable the DRS. Fly down the straight. Oh, bottomed out on the curb a little there, but didn't affect us too much. Still up on the delta time. By 9 temps out. See if we can get second on this time then. We have gotten a second. Can we keep it at a second? Gone up to 1.1 seconds now. Maybe 1.2? Almost. We are slower than our original time, but that's fine. We just need to get the times that are required. We'll do one more lap and I'll retire. Bit of a snap over now. We're going to have to try and get the time back. Not helpful. Being a lot more gradual on the throttle after that little mistake. Getting close to the walls. Maybe not as close as we could, but we don't want to risk it only in a practice session. So can we get the time back? Can we gain 4 temps over the course of a lap? Now it's 3 temps, 2.5 temps. So it looks like we can. Really close to the wall there, and we've broken the delta time. We're back into the negatives. Bit wide there, could have got closer to the apex, but still up on the time. Just half a tenth, quarter of a tenth. Going back up on the straight. We can get a good X out of the final corner. Can we? Yes, we can. Short shifted a bit there, which probably didn't help us, but cross the line. We do get under the delta time, and we get the optimal pace. That's not too bad. So we'll retire from the session and quick practice the other 2. So as you can see on the wheel there, we came P14 overall, which is a massive improvement considering we qualified P19 at Bahrain, and in practice 1 we were like 3 seconds off the pace. So yeah, look, we are Nick de Vries flying high in the AlphaTauri. that is now the worst car. Teammate can't match it down in P21, who's almost 2 seconds off of his time. Lawton up in P18, that's not too shabby from him, and he's on the hards. Keeping up with Lance Stroll and Kevin Magnussen on the softs and the mediums. Yeah, these upgrades definitely helping us at this faster circuit, because we did a lot of aerodynamic upgrades and downforce. So this is quite downforce reliant circuit. But it's also a high speed circuit, which we could do with some powertrain upgrades, but well, to be fair, the most upgrades we've got is in powertrain. Even though we're second last in it, but oh well. Second last in that. Where are we? Can't even check. Oh no, I can. Fourth last. And last in durability. Right, quick practice. We've done that. Do these. Does it complete? Yes, it does. Completes. Right, we'll go for the weight reduction. 50% chance. Oh, it failed. God damn. Not gonna help us with that, is it? Need to be getting those quick practice, the R&D, the development boost, and getting them all onto the car. Well, getting them all into upgrades to put onto the car. Because we're not going to become a front runner by making no upgrades. Let's see if we can get this double. Yes, we can! Should we go for this double as well? Oh, we get that as well! Can we get this? 25%? Fails. Didn't expect it to pass really, but alright, that's some good development boost, good R&D for the car. Gonna go to qualifying next. See where we can put this car. Can we get top 15 like we did in practice 1? Could we potentially get a top 10? Which may be out of reach for us at the moment. But you never know, driver can make the difference. Alright. So, how many R&D? 1,500. It's a decent chunk. So, we could get a major weight reduction. We could get a minor. I say we go for the. So we go for the major. And we can't quite get the engine power upgrade. Can't get any upgrades. Tyre wear, that'll be our next upgrade. Because tyre wear is really powerful. But I'm going to qualify now. Hopefully we don't mess up our flying. Second flying lap this time. No, we did at Bahrain. Looks a bit low in the car. What's going on there? So we got fault. I'm gonna skip that. Don't want to make you lot wait through that. Do we have the custom setup on? I think we do, but I'll load it just in case.
Okay, we seem to be having a few software issues
So let's
at the moment.
skip the repair time.
Minutes while we reboot some things, okay?
We're on a nice new set of softs, so we'll go for flying lap. There we go, loading in. Quick left-hander to the right. Closing up to McLaren there, Piastri. fly past. Probably because he's not pushing. I think he's on an outlap as well. Flying down on the start-finish straight. See if we can get a good run. Reach a high top speed. 200. 208, 209 I saw. Locked up the rears a little there, but it didn't make too much of a difference. Getting on the power. Going into the quick left-hander. Going through the S's now. I like this section. I think it's quite challenging for the driver. It's also quite fun when you get it right. Feels really rewarding. So behind an Aston Martin now, we go purple sector 1. We're behind Alonso, so let's see if we can close the gap over the lap so we see how our pace is compared to him. Chances are he'll pull away, because that Aston Martin is proper quick. Although they do need to buff it in the game. Coming into the first DRS zone. We are flying on this lap. Bit wide there again, like we did in practice, but not too harmful. Coming through towards the final corner. There's 2 cars in the way of each other there. Don't know if that'll affect us, it hopefully shouldn't. Bumped the wall a little there, but no damage done to the car, which is a surprise with this simulation damage. And we go first! We take provisional pole position. So that is mad. Just those little upgrades and just the track difference made a huge difference in our pace. Okay, we've gone down to 3rd, which, to be fair, isn't too bad. We're still 3 tenths quicker than Verstappen in the first sector. We're 2 tenths slower in the second, and we're a lot slower in the third, which is our weakest sector, I think. So P3, that's shocking from Lawson there in P21, but P3 for us, it's looking good. So we're gonna head out for our final following lap, see if the pressure will get to us like it did in Bahrain, or if we can actually set a good representative time. See if we can improve on this P3, which is now P4. As people cross the line, finishing their laps. Good final corner, bit of a slingshot. Yes, we do. We don't bump the wall this time. So we're down on our time. We got a worse exit than we did last time, but let's see if we can make it up. First corner, gain a bit of time, but we lose it overall. We lose a tenth. We're 2 tenths down now. Gone wide on that apex. That does not help us. I don't think we're going to improve, if I'm being honest. Oh, we've gone wide there. Very wide. Down to P5 now. 3 tenths down on our time. Trying to go as aggressive as possible on this lap. Getting the power down as early as we can. Trying to make up that time. Albon is out of the session. Really close to the wall there. I thought we were going to bump it, but we're gaining up the time. Gaining the time. I don't know if it will be an improvement though. Even if it is, it will only be a slight. There we go. We got closer to the wall there. We've improved on our time now. We're going up. We're a tenth up. So I don't know where that will put us. 10th and a half. Almost 2 tenths. Through the final corner, coming out on the accelerator. Got better exit than on our original lap, so we're improving more. We have actually got 4 tenths up on our time, and that puts us P3! We go back to our original position, starting on the second row. Come on. Let's go. So we've managed to drag this inferior car up to P3. Perez has got a penalty. Let's see what that was for. Collision with Gasly. Albon got terminal damage in DNF. Leclerc got corner cutting. So considering they collided, Perez and Gasly, they still qualified pretty highly. Hamilton and Alonso not where they'd want to be in the cars that they're driving. Lawson doesn't improve and he qualifies down in P21. He's 6 tenths off of the race, which isn't good considering our car is supposed to be better on paper. So here we go, that second row start from us should benefit us in the race. Chances of us holding on to this though is pretty slim. We may be able to fight for the lower points. I don't think we'll stay in the top 5, if I'm being completely honest. Just because we may have good qualifying pace, but I don't think our car is suited for good race pace. So, got 18 laps around Jeddah. So we can't make any upgrades. Go to the race then. So yeah, if you made any predictions about qualifying, how did they stack up to the actual ones? I sure didn't predict P3. I was thinking in my head maybe P15, maybe P10 at the most. But P3 is what we got. And I will gladly take that.
We've got fast sweeping corners under the lights and 20 racers all ready to write their name into the quickly growing history of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Thomas, Sainz, Russell, Gasly, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Bottas, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Joe, Norris, Tsunoda, Stroll, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Magnussen, Perez, De Vries, Liam Lawson, De Vries. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And what would any Grand Prix weekend be without the one and only Anthony Davidson alongside me? As always, to talk you through the action. Can we begin by having a chat about Charles Leclerc?
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? A couple of favourites for the win then, but who comes out on top doesn't really matter as long as they give us an entertaining show en route to the checkered flag. And we want to see fair fighting, of course, out there on the track. Let's hope the stewards don't have to get involved too much today.
Here we go then. Perez's penalty actually put him down to P19, which definitely isn't good for him. So let's see, we've got two strategies here, both 2 stops. So we can either go medium, medium, hards, or soft, medium, medium. So I'm thinking about maybe doing a soft, soft, hard. How would that work? Do we have enough softs? We do, I just don't think it's worth it. We could do a soft, medium, hards. Still soft, medium, medium is quicker. See if we pit any differently. Nope, it will stay the same. So I say we just go for the default strategy of soft to mediums to mediums. I think that'll be the best for us. So, the lights ticking down, we're gonna get ready for our start. And it's lights out, and away we go for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Good Prix. It's a really good start for us as we try go around the outside of Charles Leclerc, which switches to the inside. We've got ahead of Max Verstappen, which is a really big surprise considering our car. But we're into P2 now. Already losing some time to Leclerc. So we're gonna get really close to the wall, nice and personal. Verstappen's already straight onto the back of us, this is what I'm saying. 3 wide now, going into this hairpin. We managed to actually get the best out of it. We managed to get in front of Sainz and Verstappen. Sainz managed to get ahead of Verstappen. So he's the biggest loser out of that. I hold position, Sainz gains 1, Verstappen loses 1. Now we're already 1.5 behind Leclerc, so we definitely don't have the race pace as we do quali pace. Verstappen's trying to go past us now. Gonna try hold position, maybe just drop back, try hold ourselves in the points. So now we're in the slipstream of Sainz. It's a Ferrari 1-2. But the top speed of that Red Bull was mad. We're gonna try use the brakes as we lock up the rears. Just drops us down to P5. We get a decent exit, but Alonso in that Aston Martin's too quick for us. Now Hamilton's coming past us. Don't know why our car is so slow in the straight. Might be just drive production needed to be upgraded. Engine power. Get some wheel spin there. These softs are already falling off, even though it's only lap 2. But with this increased tyre wear, I don't think they'll last much longer. At least they won't last in a good state. We're onto the curb again. We're driving really scruffily. As Hamilton now goes around our outside, we're going to just slot back in. We're going to pick our battles smartly. We know we don't fight the Mercedes. They're in a much better car than us. But our tyres are already 30% worn, which shows something about this track. It's got a high degradation rate. Bit of lag there means we scrape the wall. So maybe we won't even be staying in the points. We might be dropping straight out of them. As now both on Alpine try to overtake us. We're going to go around the outside of Ocon and we hold the position. We're going to use our ERS to close up the Gasly, even though these probably aren't our fight. Oh, virtual safety car, what's going on here? Oh, Verstappen into the wall. What's happened here? So, it's gone for a move. He just slammed into the wall. Let's watch from another camera angle. He's going, and he just taps his rear tyre on the wall. It's from Sainz's perspective, yeah. Russell. I think Russell actually got away unscathed there, so he was lucky. Almost slammed straight into the back of him. It's a virtual safety car, so I could use this opportunity to pit safety car. So I think I'm going to call it. I think I'm going to come onto hards.
Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out.
I'm going to come into the pits onto a new set of hards, because I don't think 2 sets of mediums will go to the end. There you go, get a decent pit stop, come out behind Sainz, but that's where we were anyway. So, Verstappen, a massive error from him, means he's now out of the race. We're going to catch up to safety cars. So we've had safety cars in both races so far. But we had a red flag in Bahrain, so see if we can have one in this race as well. Kind of hope not, as we've just pitted onto hards. But late red flag won't be too bad. Last lap, jump onto softs. But I'm pretty sure that no one ahead of Sainz has pitted, which means we're effectively in P2. There we go. We are in P11, but Hamilton's Drivers' Championship leader after his win in Bahrain. See if he can hold that, maybe go for his 8th. Lost his main title competitor with Verstappen, he's already out of this race, and he had a really poor Bahrain Grand Prix. Liam Lawson's in P8, fair play to him, although he needs to pit. Let's see how he fares. He's in a Williams sandwich at the moment. See how he fares compared to the rest of the grid. There he is, behind the blue Williams car, and ahead of the blue Williams car. So, he's actually come into the pits. Say with a bunch of people. Which puts us up to P5. With Alonso into the lead. Hamilton P2 and Gasly P3. You'd have never thought with the dominant Red Bull of this year, you would have never thought that would be the top 3. So Bert Mylander taking his time going around the circuit, so enjoying being at the front of the pack, being in first place for him. We're just waiting for the safety car period to end, and then we can get back to green flag racing, which is going to happen now. Good timing. There we go, so back in control of the car then, as we almost go into the back of Sainz. AI not doing us any favours there.
Safety car in this lap.
Trying to get alongside him, but I know that's illegal, so I back out. Alonso and Gasly have both come into the pits. We get a pretty good restart. The top speed of that Ferrari's too good, so we decided not to go for a move. Hamilton's now into P1, which is copy and paste from Bahrain, except we're up in P3 rather than down in P14. Bit wide there, that probably should have been track limits, but oh well. Bottas is flying. This is unrepresentative of real life. He should be down in last. Even Albon does better than him in real life. And I don't know why, but the AI seems to be so quick in a straight. Don't know if it's this extra crashes mod that has 10% more slipstream, but it says it applied to the player too, which doesn't look like it's happening. Fighting Bottas in the Alpha, and we managed to get a better exit. You've already lost 2 seconds to Hamilton and Sainz. Gonna use some ERS as Bottas almost clocks into our front wing. Gonna keep battling him because Alfa Romeo is in our grips. But coming back towards him with ERS. get back past him. We're going to disable it. This Norris is coming through. Some good racing here. We're going to cut across to the racing line. Cover off Bottas. Norris almost goes down our inside, as you can see with the proximity arrow. There he goes side by side into that corner, which gives us some breathing room. Just kind of relax, get away from the pack. Oh, we're onto the curb there. We beached the car, but we managed to keep it rolling, as we do there as well. But we keep that within track limits. Norris is now closing up to us in that McLaren, which is a lot quicker than us. Cut to Bahrain season opener in real life, that McLaren was nowhere. But the upgrades they've been using seem to be working. We're already almost 30% worn on the tyres. So we may have to consider using a harder set of tyres for the weekend instead of the balance. Maybe giving us 2 sets of hards for the race. As Norris is closing up to us with his slipstream. Go around the final corner, get on the acceleration. The Norris is right underneath our rear end. We come flying past. Probably not a fight, but I want to fight it anyway. Gonna go down his inside. Give him the room he needs. See if we can get better exit with the slingshot on the outside. We do. And he drops behind us.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS.
Felt a bit of the rear slipping away there, so cutting out the steering wheel to keep it in a straight line. On the curb again, that was a bit of track limits. Sainz has actually made a move on Hamilton for the lead. So that's an interesting dynamic in the championship.
Okay, be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime.
We're just trying to hold on to our position. Trying to maybe benefit a podium out of this weekend. By pulling on the straight as well. ERF is a lot more powerful this year. One through. DRS looks like it is activated because they're flying towards us. Gonna cover the inside. Got Perez in that really quick Rebel going around our outside, but we just squeeze him out. Close the door. But they've got DRS again. We're gonna have to use some ERS. There's no point, they're gonna fly past us anyway. Not going to fight Perez in that Red Bull, but we're going to fight Norris. Bit of wheel spin there. That can be lived with. Tyres are definitely starting to drop off. Which is why I said 2 sets of mediums would not go to the end. Bit wide there. We are actually coming back at Perez. We'll use some ERS. His softs are obviously wearing out. We're going to round this outside. Copycat move on Stroll. From Stroll on Sainz. That was a really good move. Bump the wall there, but we don't get any damage, so fine. Yeah, Perez's tyres are really falling off. The Solar's are on 50% wear. Game's lagging a bit. What can you do? Get a better PC, but I can't afford it. Let me down in the comments. After I GoFundMe, donate. No, I'm joking. Yeah, Perez coming straight back at us. We're going to hold the inside line. We're going to try to use our defensive movements. He tries to cut back, but we get on the power early. Trying to defend this P3 as Perez peels into pits. These, so I'm saying his tyres are gone. Didn't speak there. Hamilton's called into the pits as well, so we're up to P2. Probably only a temporary P2. Hamilton will probably get a huge undercut, as the undercuts are so powerful in this game. We're slightly bridging the gap to Norris. Our tyres are coming towards 60% now. So we're out of the RS range in Norris. Those mediums are really not doing well, which is making me worried to go on to them. But we don't have another set of hards, so we have to. Oh, we've gone wide there, we have to cut the chicane. But it's not too much of an advantage, so we don't get a warning. Tyres are into puncture region now, 60% on almost all four. On all four now. So when is our pit window? Lap 11. We have to do 2 more laps on these tyres. I don't know if they'll last. We take P1 now as Sainz comes into the pits. I can really feel the tyre wear eating away.
10.7 seconds.
Yellow flags. George Russell's at the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Lawson's up to P3. So hopefully he doesn't try and come in the same lap, but I don't think it will matter with that 11-second gap we've got to him. Perez is out of the session. Am I able to view that? Oh, he's got an engine failure. So both Red Bulls out of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. What's going on in the garage there? Shocking. So maybe he was plagued with engine problems, which is why when he got past us, we caught up to him really easily. So that could be the reason. He may have had a problem with his engine, which has only just come back to bite him. Now only 20 people in this race. Let's see where we can finish. Lawson's been passed by Hamilton, it looks like, which isn't a surprise considering how much better, first of all, how much better Hamilton is, also how much better that Mercedes is. Yeah, tyres are at 75%. Going into the first corner, we kind of outbrake ourselves, but not too badly. Hamilton took the fastest lap of Grand Prix on a set of hards. Teammates in. Trying to be careful on the throttle, we don't want to use more of the tyres than we've got. Just Sainz has gone onto a set of softs. He will definitely be stopping again. He will not go to the end on those softs. So we're gonna box this lap. Come off of these really worn hard tyres. 80% they're on now. That's more than we'd be hoping for, so maybe the medium hard strategy would have been the way to go. With newer tyres obviously a lot faster than older tyres. Rounding the final corner now. Bit of wheel spin, maybe got on the overpower a bit early for these tyres. Coming into the pit lane now. We lock up the rears, but we managed to save the car before damaging the front wing, which I have done plenty of times. So it seems like our overcut hasn't really worked. because we're down to P4 at the moment.
Okay,
As some more people are coming into the pits, down to P5, P6.
looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. That was our
The new
last
tyres on the
over
car, these feel so much better. They come out alongside Norris, he gives us a massive squeeze, but these new tyres are nothing compared to his old ones. We're straight away past him. Even though these tyres may be cold, they're better than his old hards. Bit wide there. See if we can close up to cars ahead, who are also on old hards. As Bottas and Leclerc going side by side, I never thought I'd see an Alfa and a Ferrari battling. Then again, Miami, never thought I'd see a Haas and a Ferrari battling. But there we were. Missing all of these apexes here, what's going on? It's like we're allergic to them. Got DRS, I think that's like one of the only times you've had DRS this race. If not the only time. We haven't managed to stay within, so we've lost it again, and Norris has got it on us. We're going to dump the ERS to try and get back in the range. But I don't think we will. No, we won't. We go a bit deep into the final corner, but it's fine. Get on the power. New tyres are really helping us. There's yellow flags. It's an Alpine going slowly, and it's a safety car. So Pierre Gasly's out of the session. Let's see what happened here. So it's no, that's Ocon. Other Alpine. Here, Gasly. What happened? Coming up to the back of the AlphaTauri. And he slams into the wall! It's the same place that Verstappen did it. So he went for a move on De Vries, and he just didn't get the space left for him, and he just goes into the wall. Which I don't really know where he was going to go. He probably should have just gone to the left, but see, Scott Hulkenberg. There's just a random car at the side of the road. Potential punctures, maybe, for some people. So this could really help our race. As safety car comes out and slows everyone down. This could really help our race because this will lower our tyre wear, which we were going to struggle with anyway. We were probably not going to make it to the end on these without at least 80% tyre wear. But it also means other people can pit, which probably won't help us. But because they're on hards, they'll either have to go on mediums and softs, and we'll end up with around the same tyre wear. Okay, never mind, we're on 40%, so we're 14% more.
Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low, and we're going to risk a
So
penalty.
P5, so my predictions were wrong. I didn't think we'd stay in the top 5. Which at the start it didn't look really well. We were tumbling backwards, but I guess the strategy's working. 2 safety cars. I'm surprised one of these incidents hasn't been a red flag. There's 3 cars out. Been a terrible day for Red Bull drivers. Gasly, ex-Red Bull driver, Perez and Verstappen, current Red Bull drivers. We'll see Albon drop out soon. Ben Mylander's waiting for everyone to catch up, which is what we're attempting to do, but it doesn't really help us if this delta time isn't very quickly. As we go over the delta. Gone over the finish line, just catch safety car queues, so now we can push. We're up to P4, someone's come in. Sainz has called it into the pits. I'm not sure what tyres he's gone on to. But yeah, we checked the tyres at this point last lap, and they were on 14%, and now they're at 20%, so it looks like we gain about 6 or 7% a lap on the mediums. So there's only four laps left as we enter the second safety car period. So it could be tight towards finish. Hamilton is leading this race, followed by Leclerc, Bottas, me, Norris, Tsunoda, Ocon, Stroll, Sainz, Albon, Russell, Lawson, Alonso, Hulkenberg, Sargent, Piastri, Zhou, Magnussen and De Vries, with Gasly, Perez and Verstappen out. So this is an interesting dynamic of a race. Lawson in tempting P12, tantalisingly close to points, so maybe he can gain a few, maybe overtake Albon, Tsunoda if he drops down. Don't think he'll get past Russell, but maybe some other cars. Hopefully he can get some points on the board, so not just himself but for the team, as with us, as we're up into P4. But let's see how the rest of the race goes. Lap 14, safety car still has not ended. Most likely going to end this lap. Just go on to lap 15 of the race under the safety car. Yeah, go to Vries at the back of the pack. Not doing anything compared to his teammate in P6, but then maybe because he needs to do another pit stop. He's on a set of softs, so I don't think he'll be going to the end, considering most people did their first stop under the first safety car, which is what I did, and I'm pretty sure everyone did that. So he's been on those softs many laps. And as I did about 6 or 7 laps on hards, and then maybe a few more than those, maybe like 8 laps. But I did that many on hards, and they went to 80% worn. So imagine that on softs. But Mylander really having a good time in the safety car. Obviously doesn't want to end the period, which I would really much like him to do. He's really sending it though. Here we go, I think it's ending. He's going really quickly. Building was supposed to be a safety car. Going 160 down the back straight. Don't almost go into the back of the car in front this time. Have a better reaction to the AI return. Car behind Bottas on mediums. They're probably more worn. It's a 30% worn. We get a decent restart. I use some ERS as our brake pedals playing up. Can we go down the inside? Yes, but we get a bit of rear locking, which pushes him wide. But we do manage to get position. Hamilton and Leclerc are obviously pulling away with this race in their much more competitive cars. But we pulled a gap on Bottas. I don't know if we gave him damage or not. I don't think we did. If we did, I'm terribly sorry. He's losing a lot of time. It might just be his tyres.
Green flag.
So we've got a bit of clean air ahead of us, a bit of breathing room behind us. Kind of running our own race.
5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
Bottas looks like he's kind of become back concentrated and he's starting to close that gap. Does he peel into the pits? No, he does not. As we go into lap 17 of 18, the penultimate lap, Leclerc and Hamilton are fighting. Can we maybe get into this battle if they fight enough? I don't know if our tyres will like it, but I'm going to try push. Hopefully we don't ruin our race. We'll probably just settle for the P3, but not everyone likes a bit of late action. It's starting to close the gap, only slightly though. No, not slightly, we've got within a second almost. Could we maybe go for the win here? On our second race of this MyTeam career mode. With this absolute tractor of a car. I don't know, they're starting to pull away slightly. Leclerc is in the slipstream. Pulled out for a move, but Hamilton blocks it. So we lock up the rears again. Tyres are really struggling. Bottas is losing positions. As they peel into the pits, and we take the lead of the race. Going on to the final lap. What is their strategist doing? I know Leclerc's with Ferrari, but what's going on with Hamilton? So at the moment, it's us into the lead, Norris P2, Tsunoda P3, Albon's out of the session. What did I say? The Red Bull drivers will be out. Let's see, where is he? He's in the Williams. Goes for a move on the Aston Martin. This is him, right? Yeah. And he just gets absolutely clattered by, who's that? Lance Stroll. Oh, and it's Lance Stroll. So yeah, where's... Got Lawson. He's in P8. He's on for points. It's been a mad race. All the Red Bull drivers, all the Red Bull X drivers are out. This is going really well for us though, and it's a team. Both drivers in the points. As you can see on the map though, Lawson losing some ground to Russell ahead of him. Can he close back up, or will he lose positions and drop out of the points? We'll have to find out at the end. And we are kind of really luckily, as the strategists in Mercedes and Ferrari really messed up today, but we look like we're going to capitalise on that. They're flying through the lefts and rights of the S's. We're going onto the back straight now, coming towards the final corner. Will we make a mistake, or will we bring it home in P1? Let's see. Go down the gears. Bit wide there, but we've got good buffer to Norris. We go down the back straight. Not the back straight, down the start finish straight. And we win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Come on, who saw that coming? I did not. So we converted a P3 to a P1.
Well done.
That was a mad race. Driver of the day goes to Liam Lawson. Fair play from him. We'll see where he finishes at the end.
They've delivered an outstanding performance today and under intense pressure to take a well-earned victory at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
A show-stopping performance from the three drivers approaching the podium right now. It's been an interesting Grand Prix, that's for sure.
So that is definitely a podium I didn't think we'd be seeing today. Peugeot Sport takes the top spot, joined by Norris and Sonoda on the podium. It's the rise of the bottom teams. The two bottom teams get on the podium of us and AlphaTauri. That was a mad race.
So let's review the updated
Lawson finishes P8,
Despite the
climbs up
championship leader,
13 places from P21. That's an impressive drive from him.
Who would you rank as your driver?
George Russell loses 2. Lance Stroll, he gains 9 to go up to P6. Sonoda, P3 and Norris P2. Strategy really worked for some people. Hulkenberg brings some points home for Haas. For people who'll be disappointed are Hamilton and Leclerc. They looked on for a really good race today and they just couldn't convert. Hamilton only did 2 stops, so he dragged his tyres all the way up to that second safety car before pitting again. So Albon DNF'd, even that says +1 lap. Gasly, Perez and Verstappen, they all DNF'd. So let's have a look at the standings then. So we're level on points with Lewis Hamilton. Who saw this coming? Got Lando Norris behind, P3, 1 point behind. Let's be honest, this is probably a one-off weekend. We probably won't have any luck keeping that P2 in the standings. We got up to P2 in the Constructors though. 14 Mercedes got a dominant lead. Red Bull are only in P6, which is not like them. Alfa Romeo are the only team who haven't got any points on the boards. So that's a really, really good weekend for the bottom teams. So, that went rather well. So, if you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like and maybe subscribe for more Formula 1 content. If you have any suggestions for this career, maybe some other random F1 video ideas, like, I don't know, Monaco backwards, I like doing that, that's funny. But if you have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on that bell, and thank you for watching.